In this short screencast, we're going to look at two things. One, how to preview an article, and two, how to annotate a PDF or a PDF document. Now, you can either use Adobe or any other PDF reader that you like. I like Nitro. It gives me a lot of different options when I want to edit or annotate. So first, let's look at pre-reading, which you are familiar with. One of the things we want to look at, first of all, is our title, our source, our author, and ask ourselves, what does that tell us? What is this going to be about? The next thing we want to do is look at things that catch our eyes. So I see some kind of picture here, and underneath I have a caption that tells me about it. And then I look and I say, there's another box and another photo. And I scroll down, and I look here and I begin to ask myself, what do all of these pictures have in common? Or how do they add to the text? What do they help me understand in the text that will better able me to be able to read right from the beginning? So I can see there are quite a few pictures here, and if I were doing a real pre-reading, I would actually stop, take a minute, look at them, and read the caption. Then I go back up to the top, and the next thing I want to look for are sections. So I scroll down and say, there's a section heading, and it's asking a question. How big is nano? So it's a question. It will answer it. So I know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the answer of how big is nano. And then another, from nanoscience to nanotechnology. Okay, so what's science, what's technology? And I see there are 1, 2 paragraphs about that. And then another new heading, again a question. And again, how do you work on the nanoscale? Again, another question. Another question. So lots of questions, which already helps me in my reading. And I know I'm going to get the answer. And then I say, oops, this heading is smaller in size than this one. It's like this one, so we have a subheading. So under this one, I have nanomaterials, nanochips, nanomachines, and they're all part of the bigger section called, what can we use nanotechnology for? And then again, I look and I see another and another, and I get to the end of the article and say, why is all of this in that funny slanted writing? It's italics, and I say, it's a quote. So I'm going to have to go back and see what this quote says and why it's such an important quote that the author decided to keep it in there. So now I begin to see, I can see the organization of the information, I can see what's in it, begin to get some idea about the different topics. Now as I begin to look at things, and you can see I've already done that, I've begun to highlight different things. And you can do that in a, or mark different things in using different kinds of editors. So if I look here and I say, how big is nano? Well, I can say, well, I found the answer, so I can put in a little note here and say, not very big. It is really very, very small, and obviously you would have a little more exact information. And I can collect these, and when I go back, they're already there. I can mark up the text, and you see here I can highlight. So I can say, I'm going to highlight that. Or I can underline. This is an important, so I want to underline it. I can also type on the text. For example, I can do this. And as a kind of note or reminder. And again, here I can play with all the different kinds of things that you have in any text program. Let me just go back here. And then I have the find, and that's really helpful because if I want to find a name, or for example, I say, let me go up to the top, and I'm going to type Lego here, and then and it finds it for me. So if I want to go back or there's a question or something, I can use the search or the find function that is in the PDF Finder, the PDF file. And of course, I can always decide that I want to select some text and do this and copy it anywhere I want to copy it. So this is a good way to annotate your PDF files. These are the kinds of things you can use in English, and of course you can use them in any course that you're taking. So now you know a little bit about pre-reading and annotating a PDF file.